Hi and welcome to part 2. First of all, I have two pretty similar movies to show you. I'll just take them at once. Pusher and Bleeder. I watched Bleeder first, and then after that my mom said, I think, when I told her about the movie, she said that Pusher is similar to that, or something like that. And so I found Pusher in the store and I picked it up. Um, and I guess I'll start talking about Bleeder. First of all, both of these movies has a lot of the same actors, three of the same actors, maybe even four, I'm not sure. And I think the same director as well. Yeah, the same director. I watched Bleeder first, and I enjoyed it more than Pusher, even though Pusher has a lot greater rating on IMDb. Um, but two things. First of all, it says on IMDb drama, horror, thriller, and I don't really know what's up with horror. I mean, it's not a horror film. I don't think it is. I mean, the only thing that I could think of is that they are watching a horror movie in this movie, and they're showing some scenes from that movie. But I don't think that's enough to write this as partly a horror movie. But maybe it's not that. Maybe I just don't get it what it is. But I really can't see how this can be how this is a horror movie. But the shit, I can't think of the word. Well, sorry. The biggest reason that I like this movie that much is because they are discussing movies a lot. And one guy in this movie, played by Mads Mikkelsen, who you might know from, I think he plays Le Chiffre, something like that, from Casino Royale. He's like the villain. He has a VHS renting store, I think. And there's tons of movies, so it's really fun to watch if you love movies, if you collect movies. And they discuss movies a lot. They mention a lot of actors in a lot of movies, and it's just fun to watch. But that's not the only reason. It's good in I don't know. It's just really good. So yeah. And then Pusher, which is kind of similar to Bleeder, but it doesn't really have anything with movies to do as Bleeder does. It's the same style. I think you will like this if you like Bleeder. So yeah. And then I have An American Werewolf in London, and this says 21st anniversary special edition, and I've never seen that before. I've always seen like 10th anniversary and 15th and 20th, but never 21st. But yeah, I didn't think it was that good as IMDb says it is, but I did enjoy it. My favorite scene of this is it's actually not the transform into a werewolf. It's the scene at the movie theater where he meets all those like corpses, and basically everything they talk about. I just found that very funny, and yeah. And this actually has bloopers on it, but it's no sound, so that kind of sucked. And then it has actors commentary and behind the scenes interview with John Landis, who I think is the director, and then Rick Baker, who I think plays David in this movie. And then basically that's all. But yeah, great special features. And then I got Brewsters Millions, another movie that I bought because I had heard Cool Duder talk about it. I think I bought like 5 movies only because Cool Duder has said that it's one of his favorite movies. And they're usually pretty funny, so I just keep buying them if I see one. But I think that this became kind of boring. It started off pretty boring, and then it got better, and then it got boring again. Well, not boring, but just compared to, I mean, this movie is about Richard Pryor. He inheritance, $300 million if he can spend $30 million in 1 month. but he cannot buy stuff, like he cannot buy cars, he cannot own anything afterwards. So yeah, and that's what this movie is about. I didn't really understand what the point was with that, but maybe you're just supposed not to think about that. But yeah, what I was gonna say was that after he takes the challenge or whatever to try to spend $30 million in 1 month, it was really good after that, but yeah, then it got a bit more boring. Yeah, but it was pretty good. And then we got a Swedish TV show called Hjälp, which means help. This is the complete first season, and I pretty much seen all of this on TV before, but it's really funny, and it was pretty cheap. And I'm currently watching this. It has 2 discs, and this is in the player. But I have watched this before, so. But I have like 2 episodes left, I think. But it's really good. Pretty much, yeah. I think actually all of the characters in this show I recognize. So yeah, maybe you won't get anything now. You probably won't understand anything now unless you're Swedish or at least Scandinavian. But for the Swedish people, if you haven't seen this, some of the actors that are in this are Robert Gustafsson, Felix Herngren, Johan Glans, Sissela Kyle, Torkel Pettersson, Petra Mede, but she is not in the first season, and oh yeah, Johan Rheborg, who is the funniest in this, I think. So yeah, but it's really great. Check it out if you are Scandinavian, I guess. Otherwise, I don't know. And then the last thing is not mine, but I just thought I'd show it. But I bought it today. It's from my dad. He has his birthday tomorrow, so I bought him The Wrestler. And yeah, I don't know if he will like this. Maybe it's too much for him. I don't know. It's not that brutal or yeah, whatever. But I don't know. But we'll see. So yeah, that's it for my DVD updates for July 28th, and there might be one in just a couple of days. But I don't know. But I have tons more DVDs that I need to watch before updating them. But yeah, thanks for watching.